Hi everyone, welcome back to Student Pages Spotlight series. I'm your host Izzy, and today I'm welcoming back to the podcast the incredibly talented Tom Ball. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me back. It was an honour last time, and it's so wonderful to be asked back. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's such an absolute pleasure to speak with you today. So glad that we can have you back on. And you're currently working on your new single, Boy Scientist, with musical collective LIM, and that comes out on August 12th. Very
Yes.
exciting. And it's a classical crossover. It's recorded with London Voices and it was at the London Abbey Road, wasn't it, as well? So, such an incredible experience, I can imagine. So, how has this new music helped to inspire your overall creative process?
Oh, well, I mean, it all started last year. To be honest with you, I was working with Lim, Susan, this just incredible visionary, and her entire team, just absolutely amazing. And I was invited at Abbey Road Studios with the RPO and London Voice Choir called Timeless last year. And I pinched myself, but we had some really great success with it. We went to number 1 in the classical charts in the UK and awards for the film and the song across the whole world, and it was really amazing. And then subsequently, I got invited back to sing a couple more songs, and of course, I jumped at the chance to work with them. The composers as well, Ron J. Danzinger and Christina Teenstan. They wrote Timeless and Boy Scientist, and they invited me back to sing Boy Scientist, and it was an offer I absolutely couldn't refuse. A beautiful, cheeky love song that just encapsulates that beginning part of a relationship. It's a really gorgeous song and a beautiful story.
Definitely. I mean, I'm sure everyone will be very excited to hear it when it comes out. And now, so obviously, you've done so much in your musical career, and there's so much that we could go into. But something that people might not be aware of is that you're actually an ambassador for My Diabetes Story. And this has been at the forefront of raising awareness alongside your manager, who is Overtones member Jay James. What was the catalyst that led to your involvement with Diabetes UK?
So I've been type 1 diabetic since I was diagnosed when I was 8 years old. So I've had it for 20 years now. And growing up, I often felt like I didn't know anyone else with type 1 diabetes. It's not a condition that you can cure. It's not a condition that goes away. You've got it for life. And I kind of hid away from it for a long time. Really didn't want to speak about it and didn't really want to get involved in the community. And I'd lived my whole life just kind of letting it sit in the background. And then my manager, Jay, I started working with him. I told him about the condition that I lived with, just because he should be aware of it, because it does have effects on your day-to-day living. And it was an incredible and tragic coincidence that literally about a month later, his son was rushed to hospital and was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And so straight away, it was like me and Jay and his incredible son, Franklin, who is an absolute um, icon and a massive hero of mine. He is amazing. He was diagnosed when I think he was 4. So he's so young and he absolutely deals with it so well. But me and Jay kind of knew from that get go that we should probably start doing something meaningful with the platform that we're so privileged to have, to start making sure other people don't hide away from it or don't feel like they can't talk about it. So we set up a peer support platform initially on a website, and it's grown onto social media on Instagram with Tuesday live streams with an incredible team of people, and we just talk about the condition, and we bring in amazing guests from all across the world to talk about their experiences and to try and normalize talking about the condition. And it's been a real passion project for both me, Jay, and now the wider My Diabetes Story team.
And I think that is such an incredible thing that you can use your platform to be able to do that because, I mean, I know people in my life who have diabetes, and I feel like it's one of those things that everyone's aware of it, but until it's kind of
Yeah,
you're experiencing it, you might not know so much about it. So to be able to use your platforms for you to do that is such an incredible experience and opportunity that I'm sure so many people all over the world are grateful for.
we
Um,
love it.
I can imagine. I can imagine it's become something that you can really, because you can resonate with it in so many
Yeah,
different ways. It's so fulfilling, I can imagine,
yeah,
for
absolutely,
sure.
absolutely.
But that aside, let's kind of circle back to your music.
Great.
Could you give us a little bit of background on how you got into the music industry and why you chose this path? What drew
Yeah.
you to this?
I had an incredible opportunity. So I was a secondary school teacher teaching drama and music, and I applied to go on to Britain's Got Talent in 2022, and somehow, and at the time, I definitely wasn't expecting anything to kind of happen. I just thought this is my last opportunity to kind of try something before I commit the rest of my life to teaching, and I got accepted and I got through and I did really well. And I still don't quite know how that happened, but we did I did really, really well. I came third in total in 2022 and then invited out into America by Simon to do America's Got Talent All Stars, where again I got to pinch myself that I got the first ever group golden buzzer. And that moment just kind of catapulted. I signed my first record deal. I started doing my first touring, and from that moment, it was a snowball effect to the point now that I've got the privilege and honor of saying that I've recorded at Abbey Road with the RPO, and
Mhm.
I'm releasing music and I'm doing more tours, and it was really the catalyst that started absolutely everything, and so I've got so much to thank Britain's Got Talent for.
100%. And I can imagine that was such an incredible experience overall. But to have been able to go back again, as you said,
Yeah.
in the All Stars and get the golden buzzer, I mean, how was that? How did that feel?
America do everything bigger and better. It was an epic week. I think for Britain's Got Talent, I was there in total for maybe 3 days, 4 days in total for the filming, and that was across a couple of months. But America's Got
Mhm.
Talent, I was there for 2 weeks solid because the whole week we were prepping and filming and getting things ready, and then you record it on the last day. And so I felt like I had so much support and so much preparation building up to that one moment where you stand on that stage and do it. And so I wasn't expecting a golden buzzer, let alone a group golden buzzer, which was just incredible. And so I left. I got on that flight home to go tell my wife, just on the absolute height of excitement. It was really amazing.
I can honestly, I can't even imagine how much fun and that because
Yeah,
I know just from watching it, you see someone get the
yeah.
golden buzzer and it's this massive
Oh,
eruption, so I
it
can
goes in
imagine.
slow mo on the
Yeah.
screen, but it feels like slow mo when you're standing there. Genuinely, it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly how it happened. It
That's
floated down really slowly.
that's exactly how it felt. You're all moving in
Yeah,
slow motion.
100%. Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask you as well, for anyone that might not be familiar with your music, how would you describe your music? How would you describe your sound? And what do you think makes it stand out?
It's quite eclectic. What I do, I love a bit of soul, a bit of pop, a bit of musical theatre, but I think what I'm known for is turning sometimes quite simple songs like The Sound of Silence into a song of epic proportion, and I love
Mhm.
doing it. It's really nice, full orchestra, kind of big sound, big voice. That's probably how I describe it.
And it's such an incredible sound that it is,
Well,
definitely.
thank you. Thank you very much.
No, honestly, I wouldn't lie. But and so one thing as well, again, that people might not know about you, as I mentioned earlier, you've got a lot of things going on outside of music, and you and your family have been through such an incredible journey, through
Yes.
IVF, resulting in the birth
Yeah.
of your daughter, which is so amazing.
Oh my
Congratulations for
God.
that.
Where have I got? There we go. Little Bubba there. There she is.
Oh, she's adorable.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Yeah, it's been.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was anyone that's been through any form of IVF, and to be honest with you, before we started the journey through IVF, I
Mhm.
think at the moment you kind of presume that not many people go through this
Mhm.
journey, that it's quite a small minority. But as soon as we started looking into it, we realized quite how widespread and mainstream IVF has become. It really, so many people go through it, you just don't realize that
Hmm.
they've gone through it. And for me, the turmoil started when we started collecting the eggs. You collect so many, but then throughout the week, you get messages almost every day saying that we've lost one or this one's not
Mm.
good enough. And so you start counting down your chances. But we were so incredibly fortunate that we had a successful first round, which is very rare to have that success. And so we thank our lucky stars every day, and we've got our beautiful baby girl Adeline. She's now 18 months, which is bonkers.
Amazing. Oh, well, it's such an incredible story. And again, I don't know how many times I can say congratulations. Such a beautiful
Thank you
thing.
very much.
But I also feel like I wanted to ask you because I feel like it's quite commonly known that your emotions and your life experiences can come through in your music and are oftentimes are big inspirations for your music. And do you feel like since bringing your daughter into this world, do you feel like this has influenced the type of music that you want to produce?
Yes, I've never written so many songs than I have this year. This year, I've been in my studio writing music like crazy, and so many of them do stem back to kind of Adeline now, and that emotion. It's a different emotion, a different life experience. Often, the songs that connect with people are songs that people can relate to, and to write a song about something that I have no experience of, it's so much harder than just letting raw and true emotion come through when you're writing and playing. And so I
Hmm.
think it's had a dramatic effect on the music that I like to create, but also the music that is kind of just coming from me. It has such an impact on like your mood. Your mood has an
Hmm.
impact on the music that you write and you work on because it's how you're feeling in that moment.
Definitely. And I also think it's such a beautiful thing that now that you're able to create some songs and write some music that are inspired by your daughter, these also like they almost become little time capsules that you can look back on in the future. And I think that is such an incredible thing. And that's what's one of the most wonderful things about music as the consumer and the producer.
Yeah, it can
Definitely.
bring on a lot of nostalgia. Music,
Yes.
it's
Hmm.
that reminiscing, that story that it tells from a moment in your life, and even as a listener, not just a writer, you listen to an album and you go, I remember listening to that album. That was that period of my life.
Hmm.
It's such an incredible thing, music.
100%. I could not agree more. I think it is the most incredible thing on the planet. I actually might go as far
Mm,
as to say. And so my final question to you is you've
go for it.
obviously had so much success in your career. You've had some incredible opportunities, and it's been absolutely wonderful to sit and listen to what you have to say about your experiences. And so for anyone at home who might be looking to get into the music industry, what advice might you give to students who are looking to take this path?
Take every opportunity that comes across your way, no matter how small, no matter how big. Take the opportunity and learn what you can from it. It is a challenging business to be in. You know, you're it's up and down. It's a roller coaster, and you've got to recognize when you're in the highs and stay strong when you're in the lows. And so
Hmm.
every opportunity you get just brings you into that high. For me, if I'm performing, I'm happy. And so I take every opportunity I can to perform so that I'm on high, even if it's a local kind of small thing that maybe I shouldn't be doing. I'm loving it because I get to perform. And I
Hmm.
that's my advice. Just take every opportunity.
100%. I feel like that will but people will take that on board for definitely resonate with a lot of people. So thank you for your incredible advice. And
No,
it's been an
thank
absolute
you for having
pleasure
me.
to speak with you today. I mean, it's been a pleasure to have you back here at Student Pages. So thank you again so much for joining.
Oh,
And
it's my honor.
thank you to everyone else who tuned in at home. And I will see you all next time.